Good morning. It's Thursday, February 26th, 2026. Welcome to your morning digest. Let's get into what's happening in the markets and around the world. First up, crypto's having a moment. Bitcoin surged back above $68,000, riding a wave of bargain buying after recent dips. The positive session on Wall Street didn't hurt either. When traditional markets smile, crypto tends to smile back. And XRP? Up 10% in bullish trade. The altcoin market's showing some real momentum here. Switching gears to travel, Booking Holdings, the company behind Booking.com, Priceline, and OpenTable, is testing a decade-low valuation. The stock dropped over 6% after earnings despite beating revenue expectations and posting 17% earnings growth. They're even doing a 25-for-1 stock split. But here's the thing, Booking is down 31% from its July high. Analysts still see 17% earnings growth ahead, so this could be one of those cases where the market's overreacting. When a quality company's stock drops this hard on decent results, value investors start paying attention. Now to Hong Kong, the government's doing something it hasn't done since 1984. They're transferring money out of the exchange fund, Hong Kong's sovereign wealth fund, to pay for major infrastructure projects including the Northern Metropolis development. We're talking about 150 billion Hong Kong dollars over 2 years. This matters because Hong Kong just posted its first consolidated surplus in 4 years. They're tapping investment income to fund growth projects. Smart move when you've got the cushion. Globally, a strange and serious incident off the coast of Cuba. Cuban border guards killed 4 people and wounded 6 others aboard a Florida-registered speedboat. Cuba says the boat entered their waters and opened fire first. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is investigating, calling it highly unusual, saying this kind of shootout at sea hasn't happened with Cuba in a very long time. The big question, who was on that boat? Were they American citizens? Rubio says they're still gathering facts. And finally, Bill Gates addressed his foundation staff about his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. According to the Wall Street Journal, Gates apologized, called it a huge mistake, and insisted he, quote, did nothing illicit, saw nothing illicit. He admitted to having affairs with Russian women, which Epstein apparently found out about. Gates hasn't been accused of wrongdoing by any of Epstein's victims, but the association continues to haunt his reputation. Sometimes the company you keep costs you more than you realize. You know, looking at Booking Holdings getting hammered despite solid results, and Bitcoin bouncing back after recent fear, there's a pattern here. Markets overreact. People overreact. The ones who win are the ones who keep their heads when everyone else loses theirs. Warren Buffett said it best, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. But there's a twist most people miss. You can't just be contrarian for the sake of it. You have to actually know what you're buying. Booking Holdings isn't some speculative crypto token, it's a real business dominating travel bookings worldwide. When that gets cheap, it's worth a look. Same with life. When something valuable gets marked down, a stock, a relationship, an opportunity, don't just walk away because the crowd is selling. Ask why. If the reason is temporary noise, that's when you step in. That's it for this morning. Go make it a great day. This is your morning digest for Thursday, February 26th. See you tomorrow.